They can't make it to Oxford today, so I thought I'd come check out Histon. They've got a lot of history. They've been, almost in the Football League. Probably one of the biggest overachievers in the history of English football, and that's probably not an exaggeration. As they like to say, just a village team. Now, unfortunately, in step 5 of non-league. But, they're looking to fight their way back.
I'm John Hall, chairman of Histon Football Club.
So many people local people will be familiar with Histon, with their high points, almost reaching the Football League, the FA Cup runs. Obviously, the circumstances and where the club finds itself today is a little bit different. How do you feel that came about, that progression, or you may say regression?
It was punching well beyond its abilities, to be honest. A little local village team, as we were called. Trying to get in the Football League, nearly did it. Congratulations to the team involved at the time, but the monetary side was the downfall. The amount of cash that the club had to get through to get to that position was just not sustainable. So I got pulled in sometime, I can't remember the dates, but sometime after that to try and turn it around with a banking background. It was tough. You have to make some tough decisions, so you tumble your way back down through the leagues until you find a level where you can sustain it. And it has to be run as a business, not as somebody's plaything. So that's the way it's now run.
And I mean this genuinely as a compliment. Histon were probably one of the biggest overachievers in the history of English football. What do you see as the differences between the National League as it is now and the level where we find ourselves now, which is step 5?
It's the money side of it. I mean, all the money is higher up the leagues. When we appointed Nunny to the position, he said about the amount you need for your team at each level. So it's quite staggering when you get to step 2 or step 1 to then get into the league. It's just how they do it. And what we don't want is to rely on individuals pumping money into the club. This has to be run, like I said before, as a business. So it has to be sustainable, and we'll spend what we get and get the best out of the players we can do.
And the ambition of the club, I've seen, is to play competitively at the highest level, which is sustainable for the club. Do you see that as now going back up the levels and trying to find your way back up?
Step 3 in 5 years is the plan. So, do you
think that's achievable?
Yes. Next year wants to be in the playoffs, if not a promotion spot. And if not, then the following year is to get promoted.
And do you think you can do that by bringing more people in, more higher match day attendances? And because Histon, in the past have had, thousands coming down here. I've been at games where there's been over 5,000 here. Do you think you can recapture some of that in the future?
It's results at this level, and so the more wins you get, the more chance you've got of people coming through the door. And Chris Nunn he wants to encourage. He goes out before the games and he'll have coffee in the village and that sort of thing. People get to know him, and that will just bring, and people enjoy it. I mean, there's 3 lads who've come this season who love it, and if they just say to a mate, "Come along," that doubles to 6 people. That's all you want, people to. Yeah. Because to be honest, our fans are getting on the elderly side. We need to encourage some youngsters, and I see today there's quite a few youngsters in, so which is good stuff.
And so you're optimistic for the future of the club?
Yes, definitely.
Some big memories in this away end. Remember the 5-0?
Come on, you're sleeping.
Some big players played for Histon in the past. A lot who went on to have very good careers in the Football League and top areas of non-league. You know, I think Jack Midson, I think Nathaniel Knight Percival, you know, Cambridge United legend Steve Fallon used to manage here. So, you know, Histon are a team that have got a lot of pedigree. Looking to recapture some of that now going into the future. My involvement for the day. Chris Nunn signed me up. Surely there's a card there for that. I mean, I filmed it. I could be VAR here. Good penalty. 2-1 Histon, thoroughly deserved as well. First half from Histon, well played. And working behind the bar.
When you let a goal in early like that, which was well planned by them actually. But yeah, all round we got better and better, and we got what we deserved right before half time. That was an outright, obviously a penalty, which obviously we scored to make it 2-1.
Lucky boy, the keeper there.
But how did the keeper stay in?
Cherry hospitality treatment here. Second half started. Red! Just want to very quickly say that the channel's very, very close to 100 subscribers, so please just help me get over that mark. I'd really, really appreciate it. What a chance that was. No. That could have maybe sealed the game, that could.
Carry on. Carry on.
What a save. Well done, keeper. Triple save. Phenomenal. Next goal in this game will be huge. You know, Histon will want to get the third, put this game to bed. Oh, surely that had to be 3-1. Histon definitely looking like the more dangerous side. It's important to remember, Histon is literally a village. You know, there's only a couple of thousand, a few thousand people actually live here. You know, and so for the club to have, you know, been regularly getting attendances in the 1,000, you know, it's all about performances. And, you know, in the future they could definitely come back, and there's a lot of interest in football in this area. And so next season, you know, if they can push for the playoffs, which that's the plan of the club, speaking to everyone here, they seem very optimistic. That is definitely the intention. Good save, keeper. Good defending. 2 minutes added time. Surely Histon could see this out. They deserve the win today, 100%. Oh no. Good tackle. Well played. That's it. This is it. Last chances. Good defending. Delight in the home end. Deserved win for Histon. Performance they can all be proud of, 100%. Ambition of the club, speaking to the people around it, you know, do you feel that the ambitions of everybody is matched at the moment?
I think so. I think, you know, it's, I've used this phrase a lot in the past, but it's baby steps to where we want to get to.
You know, going to be following Cambridge United all season, going to try and follow Histon a lot more. And, you know, any other teams, if you like local teams around the Cambridge area, or even maybe a little bit further afield, just if you want to comment, like say a team, I'd love to get down there and make a little video about it. Thank you.